What's up, Shay? What up, CA? Finna try to start rust treating the inside of the car. Try to stop some of this rust. Enough for you, CA. I see you ain't been live. You must be tired. Tank them don't wore you out down there, huh? What's up, Gator? How you doing? Oh, okay, CA. Yeah, I know. That heat didn't help it. I know. Yeah, Gator. It's nice until I start working on get frustrated with it. Tech, I'm not gonna paint it yet. Yeah, Gator, that is fast. I don't really have everything I need right now, so I'm just kind of using what I got. No, Gator, I'm in Alabama. What's up, Tim? Y'all give me a second. Let me get my air tank set up so I can spray my rust treatment and I don't know. I might just throw some epoxy over it. I don't know. I just got to see. Just hit a roast. I ain't gonna respond to that. I'll be right back. Let me get my air tank set up. What's up, Clean? Daniel, how y'all today? Yeah, I appreciate if y'all hit that subscribe button for me. Take this ride with me on this YouTube and this project build and everything else. I appreciate it. What's up, Ray? I think the front floor pan fine. It just need the treatment put on to stop it from rusting. Um, I think the passenger fine and the back driver gonna be fine. It's just the back passenger side that's rusted out. So I'm gonna have to put a new floor pan in the back, which ain't too crazy. So I mean the car really ain't bad. It's just the bad spot is horrible. The car overall it ain't that bad. Creek, no, they gonna take that long. JG, this the 1987 Caprice. I'm trying to rush treat the flows right quick. What's up, Everett? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for me. I greatly appreciate that. Join me on this journey. I said, man, this really my first time doing a project like this, so it's all new to me. I'm just going along the way and figuring it out as I go. I appreciate all the help and advice y'all give me. Just be respectable. That's all I ask. We don't do disrespect around here, so be respectful. You'll be good. What's up, Bill? How you doing? John, I appreciate that advice. I'm gonna screenshot that. I keep that in mind. I got some oxygon that's supposed to help with that. It seemed to work, so I'm gonna try it out. What's up, Saltwater Cowboy? Yeah, man. Any advice y'all can give me on this journey, man, I greatly appreciate it. That stuff all new to me, so I'm learning as I go. What up, folks? Okay, John, I got you. I screenshotted it, so I'll look it up and check it out. What up, 87? This what I'm spraying. Paul, this one I'm spraying. Oxygon. It's supposed to stop rusting, treat, and all that. So I'm gonna try that. $87 today. I'm gonna try to just do just the driver's side because it is a little hot out here, and I'm not supposed to be out here in the heat. So I'm gonna do just the driver's side today, the front and back floor pan. And then tomorrow I do the passenger side, and the back passenger the floor pan rusted out anyway, so I got to put a new floor pan in. So I ain't gonna worry with that for right now. Right, 84. Right. Getting some shade somewhere. Salt water, that might be a better idea than what I had, because I was gonna spray some Flex Seal in the floor. Because Flex Seal it's supposed to be like waterproof or something. So I was gonna spray some of that down. Get out here in this shade for a minute. Yeah, clean. That's why I said I'm gonna just do the driver's side today. Then I get the passenger side tomorrow, because I ain't supposed to be out here like this. So Paul, I'm in Alabama. Yeah, I sprayed it heavy like that on purpose, because some of the reviews that I was reading on it said that if you don't like soak the part, then you know it don't work as well as it should. So, and I got a gallon of it, so I just decided to go ahead and soak it. Yeah, clean it. That tree been with us everywhere, man. When we moved, the tree moved too. Okay, Paul, you ain't that far from me then. You're like an hour drive away, a little over an hour. But yeah, I sprayed it like that on purpose. I'm gonna go back and spray some more, and then I get started on the back driver side. Yeah, clean. Hey, some moto. But yeah, on Monday, hopefully Monday, I'm gonna start taking off the both fenders and the hood and get them stripped completely down the middle, and then I spray some epoxy primer on them, and check everything over, see what's rusting and what I need to address. Facts, clean. Okay, Paul. Yeah, for anybody that's new to the channel, um, reason why I'm stripping everything down, taking everything off that I can take off, is because the way I found this driver door, it had a bunch of plaster and rivets and stuff on it, so I figured it'd be best for me to just take off what I can take off and take everything down the middle. That way I know what I got, what I'm working with, and what I need to fix or try to fix. Um, like I said, this stuff new to me, so I'm trying to get it going. Yeah, the car really need to be covered up, to be honest, because of how it's rusted. And then with it being out here in this direct sunlight, the panel get too hot to work on, so the car really need to be moved. Tell I said, hey, clean. Yeah, 87, man. I'm like 84 said, I'm just trying to ride. Like I said, I can ride, but the car, it don't look the way I want it to look, and it's gonna look the way I want it to before I ride. So I got to get something going on it. Like I say, even though I'm learning this stuff, man, I still got to get out here and do it because ain't nobody gonna do it for me. So I got to get to it at some point. Even though it's hot and I ain't supposed to be out here, I'm out here. See how that stuff working. Like I did spray a little too much, but I'm gonna spray some over it anyway. They said to soak your panel, so I'm gonna soak them. Facts 87. Like I said on my community post, either I'm gonna get it now or I'm gonna die getting it. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Just spray me another coat down and then I leave that to dry. This stuff say to leave it for 24 hours. And it's gonna spray it like on the outside of the car. Or you're gonna spray some kind of paint or something over it. They recommend that you use epoxy primer first. It don't too much like any other type of product. So if you're gonna spray something over it, spray some epoxy over it first. That's what they recommend. So just something to keep in mind. Yeah, Paul. That oxygon, they say it's a good product, but some of the reviews said that if you don't soak your panels or whatever you're trying to treat, that it won't work as good. So, like I said, I got a gallon of that stuff, so I'm gonna soak it. What up, Spank? Salt water. I had sprayed that dash cause when I got the car originally, I was gonna paint it that color, and like I typically do, I ended up changing my mind on the color. So yeah, it ended up green. I might take it out and sand it down and repaint it, or I might just get another one. I don't know. Text, yeah, I am. Yeah, Paul. I'm gonna soak. If that OxyClean work, cause this time I did a test before. I don't know if you seen it or not, but I kind of give a rundown of what I did. All right, so when I first got the Oxygon, I came out here and I got one of these rags. I used one of these and I just wiped it on without removing any of the rust. And it's not as aggressive as it was, but it did come back. And also, I wouldn't recommend using that stuff and wiping it on with a rag because it leaves behind, residue and stuff. So I wouldn't recommend that. But I didn't prep the panel like it said to do. I just came here, wiped it on to see what would happen, and it did rust back up. So yeah. On the inside, I did what it said to do. Remove much loose rust as possible, and then spray it. So it should work. And then I'll go back and spray some epoxy. I'm gonna spray epoxy all over the whole floor, outside the car, all that. So um, I think that's pretty much it as far as that. Um, yeah, like I said, this week, hopefully tomorrow, I'll start getting all the fenders and the hood took off, so I can get them sanded down to bare metal and then rust treat them, spray some epoxy over. Um, I got it. I'm gonna try to get some. I'm gonna get some more sheet metal and try to go back and fix this stuff again. Uh, in this back here. Like I said, the car really ain't in that bad of shape. It's just the bad spots. It'll scare you away. But like I said, I'm determined to get this stuff down and get it figured out. So I ain't running from it. If I mess it up, I just go back and redo it. It take me 6 months to get it right. It's gonna take me 6 months to get it right. So that's all it is to it. What you mean salt water? Yeah, it's got some pretty bad surface rust on the inside, but I ain't too concerned with that because up here gonna be gone anyway. So because I'm gonna put a more than likely a panoramic sunroof in it. DOT, I was on your side until you said something about a caddy. I thought we were good. But yeah, I'm gonna put a sunroof in it, most likely a panoramic sunroof. But yeah, the stuff that I don't need to be concerned with, I'm trying not to concern myself with it because I know how I get. You know, I start one job and then start jumping around trying to do different jobs at one time, and I get overwhelmed, and then I start to lose interest in it. So I'm trying to teach myself to be patient and just focus on what you need to do at that moment. Michael, you probably right, but I don't have access to a sandblaster, so I got to make do with what I got. Hey, I was just saying yesterday that the TikTok troll worse than YouTube. Like YouTube troll trying to prove me wrong. I don't mind the trolls though. They contribute to the channel more than they think they do. So I mean, longer they ain't talking crazy, I don't bother. Salt water, yeah. Um, cause see, the problem is when I got this car, like I knew nothing about doing any kind of body work for real. And I got the car in 2021, so you know, I'm pretty much still new to it. And what I did was I sanded it down, and then I put surface of primer over it, and it was already rusty, you know. And it would have been better to sand it down and then put the epoxy over it, or you know, put some kind of treatment on it. And I didn't know nothing about that stuff at the time, so you know, I kind of put myself in the hole. Y'all hit that subscribe button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Join me on this journey. Michael, you sandblast for a living? What's up, random edit? Yeah, like this stuff is working, doing what it's supposed to. But they say to let it dry for 24 hours. Or for 10 hours, not 24 hours. Let it dry for at least 10 hours before you spray anything over it. But I'm gonna let it sit a little longer than that, so it should be ready by the time I get ready to spray it anyway. I tried to see what was the recommended temperature to spray that stuff in, but I couldn't find nothing. It just said long as it's not below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I mean, I don't really have too much information on that. I would say it's probably about 92 degrees right now. and it's a little higher than that in the car. Hey, clean. It didn't say nothing about that. So I mean, I assume you can go as high as you want to with it. It just said long as it's not below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So, hey, matter of fact, it might be the inside of that car might be around 120, 110, 120. Cause it's hot in that car. It's hotter in the car than it is outside. So even though I got ceramic tint on it, I didn't tint the front and back windshield. So there might be something to do later on down the line. But yeah, like I said, I ain't trying to concern myself with that stuff right now. I got to get my top fixed. That's really my biggest concern right now, getting the top fixed. See that rusted out right there? Which it ain't, that's for somebody that know what they're doing, that's an easy fix. But like I said, I figured that stuff out. I put body filler in it, for spray foam, listening to the wrong people. But like I said, man, you live and you learn. You know, you gotta unlearn bad habits. So yeah, all that stuff gotta come back out. Yeah, some more. I'm finna get ready to hop off here. Take me a break, and then I'll come back out here and finish the back driver's side. What's up, Rudy? Salt water. Somebody else told me the same thing, but I think I'd rather just go ahead and fix it with metal. You know, it'll kind of ease my mind a little more if I know I had metal up there. So yeah, I feel more comfortable if I know I had metal up there. But somebody else did recommend that I use that JB well to do that, but I just don't think I want to do that. What's up, Busted? Yeah, came out here to spray some oxygen rust treatment on the floor. Try to stop it from rusting. That stuff do supposed to stop rust, so this the first true test of it. I hope it worked like it's supposed to. So yeah, like I said, say to let it sit for about 10 hours. It gonna sit longer than that before I put anything on it anyway. So I said drink some of that blue power water. I don't think I got none in there. I ain't got nothing but water. That's pretty much all I drink anyway. The little Crystal Light packs and water, that's all I drink. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take me a break, cool off for a minute, and then I might come back out here. Well, I ain't gonna might. I am gonna come back out here probably about 5 o'clock maybe. I go ahead and get the back floor pan on the driver's side done. Get it cleaned up and sprayed. Um, and that probably be all I do today. Then I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be able to get my fenders off, get the hood off, and get the passenger front floor pan treated, and then I go from there. Facts, clean. Fact. Ain't nothing topping that pink lemonade. I give y'all a walk around busted. Like I said, this my first welding attempt. I'm gonna take all this stuff back out though. Like I was gonna make it work, but I couldn't let myself live with it. So I gotta take it back out. Like I said, I don't wanna do something to this car and then 3-4 years down the road I gotta go back and redo it. That's not my plan. Michael, I did that one. This was the first classic I ever bought. I did everything to it that needed to be done except for the engine and transmission swap. I paid somebody to do that, which, looking back on it, would have been a good learning opportunity for me. I could have did it myself. But yeah. And then I'm also working on that too. Well, not working on it yet, but that's in my future plan. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button for me. Join the channel. Become part of this journey with me. We can all learn and grow together. Yeah, busted. I'm gonna get it together, man. Like I said, it's a learning curve for me. And it's intimidating to me, yeah, but I ain't gonna let it scare me off. Occupy ain't no fun in that. Why sell one to fix one when you can halfway fix three? The salt water, I ain't gonna sell my truck. I can't do it. I tried to do it, but I couldn't do it. It was on the market for 24 hours and I took it off. It never went back up. So yeah, Michael. This one I had rallies on this one, but I had to take them off. Uh, I got to get some new tires put on them. And while I was sanding them down, I realized that all of them had a crack in them at one point. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna keep them, but that crack just kind of, I don't know, made me feel some type of way. But yeah, I'm gonna get it together though. It's just gonna take me a little time. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up, tuning in, and helping me out with this. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button, and join the channel, become part of the journey. Curtis, you probably a little kid, so I ain't gonna respond to your comment. But I appreciate y'all for tuning up or tuning in. Curtis, you need to tune up, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, get in here, and cool off, get a little relaxing in. Then I come back out here about maybe 5-6 o'clock and get the back done on the driver's side, which I think is worse than what the driver floor pan was. Nah, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Gyps, I appreciate the sub. But yeah, I'm gonna come back out here later on and get that knocked out. But like I said, I'm not supposed to be out here in the heat like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Um, saltwater, the trunk it's fine. You know, it's got a few rust spots in it, but it's nothing major. And so I'll be able to do the same thing I did to the front floor pan, just sand the rust down and then treat it. It'll be fine. But I gotta go, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, become part of the journey with me, and follow along, see what's going on with everything. What up, Gordo? I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. And we gone.